Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Ron. Good news to report on this Easter Sunday morning, as the missing service member that was shot down Friday over Iran has been rescued. He and the extraction team now safely out of Iran. Hundreds of U.S. service members were involved in the rescue. President Trump issuing a statement on social media early this morning saying that the rescue pilot is injured but will be just fine, and that this is one of the most daring search and rescue operations in U.S. history. A federal judge is seeking to halt the Trump administration's efforts to make sure colleges are not using racial quotas in admissions.
A federal judge in Boston has granted a preliminary injunction in the Trump administration's efforts to collect data to make sure that colleges and universities are not considering race when admitting students. Judge F. Dennis Saylor IV says the federal government likely has the authority to collect the data, but that the demand was rolled out to universities in a rushed and chaotic manner. The Education Department has defended the effort, saying taxpayers deserve transparency on how money is spent at institutions that receive federal funding. I'm Donna Warner.
Correspondent Julie Walker has news out of rural Virginia.
Virginia could be next to redraw its congressional map. There's a redistricting referendum on the ballot April 21st. If voters approve the plan and it survives a court challenge, Virginia Democrats would be in line for more U.S. House seats. Virginia's new map would combine conservative rural areas with liberal suburbs and give Democrats a better shot in more congressional districts. Some voters welcome the chance to push back against President Trump and Republicans in Washington. Others worried about being represented by Democrats unfamiliar with the needs of their communities. I'm Julie Walker.
More on these stories, plus breaking news and analysis at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor reporting.
In today's fast-paced world, professionals face endless projects, deadlines, competition. To thrive, you need mental clarity, sharp focus, and reliable memory. That's why the same company that brings you Relief Factor created Think Factor. Think Factor is designed to help you think clearer and perform better daily. It's a powerful blend of nutrients that supercharges your memory and sharpens your focus. You can stay on top of your work and outshine the competition. After a couple of weeks of taking Think Factor, I noticed a dramatic difference in my clarity, my focus, even my memory. And you know what? The longer you take Think Factor, the better the results are. If you've ever felt mentally foggy or struggled to keep up with everything on your plate, well, Think Factor can help you reclaim your cognitive edge and thrive in your life. Call 800-4RELIEF, 800, the number 4RELIEF, or visit relieffactor.com, relieffactor.com to order Think Factor. Call 800-4RELIEF or visit relieffactor.com. Your first bottle, just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily.
Correspondent Luke Garrett takes a closer look at President Trump's pick for acting attorney general.
A Ford Todd Blanche is picked to lead and now run the Justice Department. US President Donald Trump was his client. He was Deputy Attorney General under Pam Bondi, but now she's out and Blanche is in. He rose to prominence representing the president in criminal cases which consumed the 4 years between his first and second terms. Blanche began his legal career at the US Attorney's Office in Manhattan, first as a paralegal, then as a federal prosecutor for 8 years.
Finance ministers from 5 European Union member states are urging the bloc to introduce a windfall tax on energy companies as surging oil and gas prices raise inflation fears. Spain, Germany, Italy, Portugal, and Austria warned of market distortions linked to the Iran conflict that are driving up costs for households and businesses. Breaking news and analysis found at townhall.com. Firefighters continue their efforts to contain a 4,000-acre wildfire in Southern California.
This spring's fire in Riverside County, California broke out Friday morning with heavy smoke and flames, prompting mandatory evacuations. By Saturday morning, CAL FIRE's Tara Fernandez says firefighters were able to contain almost half the blaze, covering just over 4,000 acres.
We're feeling confident the winds have died down, so it's assisting us in making more progress.
She says so far no structures have been damaged or destroyed, and they're working on getting families back home as soon as possible. But she adds the winds may pick up, so there are still concerns. The cause of the wildfire is under investigation. I'm Julie Walker.
The Artemis 2 astronauts are more than halfway to the moon. The 3 Americans and 1 Canadian will reach their destination Monday, performing a lunar flyby and then coming straight back home. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor.
Marshall, we'll be good to go.
WVBF is your hometown radio station. And one of the things we like to do
Everything?
to support people in your hometown is to run community announcements. If you do belong to a nonprofit group or organization, or if you're an official
Okay.
in your town
Here we
government,
go.
send your community
Good morning, everybody.
announcements along to our email address. It's safe, it's fast, and it allows us to get right back to you if we have a question. Send your community announcements to WVBF1530@hotmail.com. That's WVBF1530@hotmail.com. Thank you for listening. Your hometown radio station is AM 1530, WVBF, and 99.7 FM.
Micah?
Yeah.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests. Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Weekend Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am, the mic is too close to my face.
Hi, How you doing, Mike?
I am Joey Driscoll. Today is April 5th, 2026. It's Easter Sunday, so happy Easter, everybody. We got a great lineup of programming here for you today. A great Easter message coming up immediately after us at Calvary, an Easter 2019 message from Pastor Ortez Vandross and Bread of Life. That's coming up immediately following us. So that's going to be a great Easter message for everybody. So stay tuned for that at around 8:05 a.m. or so this morning. So there we go. But it is Easter today, April 5th, 2026. Got a great show planned for you today, so let's get right into it. First off, good morning, Don.
Good morning. Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you have a blessed day with your family and your friends, people who love you and cherish ones. It's all about family, I think, when it comes to Easter. It's just the traditions, again, the Easter egg hunts and the children. You can see it through the children's eyes, too, which is really beautiful, in my opinion. And just, the families getting together, ham or whatever you want for dinner, break bread with your family. Even if it's breakfast. I mean, I know a lot of people do work on Easter. I mean, the world has to go. So, I mean, even if you have a English muffin and toast this morning before, someone goes off to work and talk and a glass of OJ or a cup of coffee, of course, it's just, it doesn't have to be a big meal. It could be, it could be a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Who knows? It's just getting together with loved ones and family, which makes it the important thing. And nothing beats like a meal. Someone sends you off, you're off on your travels, and they make the time to make you a beautiful breakfast with eggs and all sorts of good stuff, right? Send you on your way, you're full all day, you're happy. That's caring in my eyes. It's the small things. So that's my Easter message. I feel it's important. It's the small things. It's nothing big. It's just the tiny.
Just family.
Yeah, it's family. Like I said, even if you're just hanging out and having an English muffin or eating some cereal or just talking, reading the funnies or whatever you do on Sundays, it's just a little special on Easter.
Or doing something you like as well, like watching baseball. We have baseball on today, folks, on Easter Sunday. So
do we really?
Yeah, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. We'll do a segment on it. Both major and minor league stuff. Red Sox are in action. A couple of their affiliates are in action as well. We'll talk about that. Some of their affiliates already had their 3-game series to start the year. They don't play today. And also Monday. Monday is the so for the minor leagues, Monday is the built-in day off. They call it travel day. They call it a travel day
What, for the minors?
for the minor leagues.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That's interesting.
So Monday is the day off. So they travel during that day to wherever they're going next, unless they have a home game the following week.
So what if they're in South Florida and they got to go to Northborough, Alaska? You think they can make it in a day?
So with the minor leagues,
I don't think Alaska has minor leagues, does it?
those Florida teams, they usually face each other. So there's really no major travel with those teams.
Yeah.
But
Does Alaska have a minor league? Anything? Does Alaska have anything?
no,
Nothing?
and nor will they probably ever have it.
Really? They don't have any kind of minor league or any kind of
No.
baseball? Nothing, huh?
No, you know what? I don't think the weather there would support that.
Well, indoor basketball.
I mean, if you had an indoor stadium, yeah.
Well, I'd be interested to rustle up some
Will that ever
information.
happen? I don't know.
Be interested to rustle up some information on what Alaska has. They gotta have something. They gotta have.
Sure, they have some sports.
In Hawaii too, right? Well,
Hawaii, yes,
yeah.
they have football, they
Yeah.
have basketball, they
Yeah,
have
right.
everything,
Right.
college-wise. Yes, so it'd be great to see like a minor league baseball team.
Are you in
They're
Guam
Hawaii.
or the Solomon? The Guam,
I don't.
Puerto
So-
Rico, Puerto Rico. They that's where most of the good.
With these areas,
Yeah.
again, it would be great to have a minor league baseball team there, an MILB baseball team. But I think these leagues are looking at travel costs as well,
Yeah, that's true.
unfortunately.
Yeah, no, you're
So
right.
yeah, and the travel costs. are
Unless
gonna
they
be
keep it
expensive.
up in Alaska, unless the teams,
Unless there's several
isolated.
teams, yes. Unless there's several teams in Alaska.
I-
Unless the only way an MILB team in Alaska would work is if there was like 6 of them, and it's a league. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. We'll see.
That's why you don't hit too many games up in the Northwest Territories, right?
No, I mean
Hawaii,
Hawaii.
Canada.
Hawaii. Even if there was ever an MILB team there, I mean, it could work. It could work. Travel would be a little bit expensive, but I mean, it could work. They would be slotted into the California League, I believe, in my opinion. I think if there was ever a team that was starting play in Hawaii for an MILB team, because there will be expansion of the MLB at some point down
What
the
do you
road.
think? You think maybe into Japan? You think Japan might pick up just like you're seeing NFL
MLB
playing in Europe now?
Yeah, MLB is popular in Japan.
Yep.
I just don't know if there would be a major league team or if it would be a minor league team that opens up in Japan. I don't know.
Okay.
But I think Hawaii, when it comes to Hawaii or Alaska, in my opinion, what would be more likely? I would say Hawaii. I would say Hawaii would be more likely. They would be slotted into the California League, and that would be kind of where they would be putting them. So you'd see teams like Inland Empire. If it was a single A affiliate, you'd see a team like Inland Empire go over there to Hawaii and play. Inland Empire is in California, so you'd see those teams. So I don't know. That's something we'll get into in a little bit. But all right, let's get to our stuff that we're supposed to do here in the first segment, which is our today in history and our birthdays.
Well, no, I mean it is interesting.
It is interesting. We'll get to a little bit more of that.
Well, we don't have to. I'm just saying it's just off the. You just wonder about teams in Alaska,
Yeah.
and I mean because I'm sure people in Alaska like baseball, but like you said, weather has a lot to do with it.
I'll throw the question out to the crowd. 508-822-1106. If there was going to be an MILB team or an MLB team ever popping up, where would you want it to pop up? Would you want it to pop up in Alaska, Japan, or Hawaii? Let us know. 508-822-1106 is number. I say my personal opinion, Hawaii is more likely.
Well, it's halfway between,
Yes.
it's
Hawaii
halfway
is
point right
more
there.
likely.
Yeah.
All right, our today in history is 1614. In Virginia, Native American Pocahontas marries English colonist John Rolfe. 1621, April 5th, 1621, the Mayflower set sail from Plymouth, Massachusetts on the return trip to England. 1792, United States President George Washington exercises his authority to veto a bill. The first time this power is used in the United States. I can't count how many times the veto power has been used. Thousands upon thousands of times at this point in American history. But George Washington, of course, the first president, the first one to use it. And it would become pretty important as the years went on. 1958, April 5th, 1958, Ripple Rock, an underwater threat to navigation in the Seymour Narrows in Canada, is destroyed in one of the largest non-nuclear controlled explosions of the time. And horror fans will like this one. April 5th, 1974, the first novel by American author Stephen King, Carrie, is published for the first time. And the print run of 30,000 copies. Carrie would become huge. The original movie, of course, and then the remake that that came out in 2013 with Chloe Grace Moretz. I actually prefer the remake. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, "What?" You'll be calling up very angry at me, horror fans. I actually prefer the remake. I think it's just. I think Carrie. I think Chloe Grace Moretz kind of plays the character of Carrie perfectly. I think it's just an amazing movie, in my opinion, the remake. But yeah, I mean, do you like the original or do you like the remake? 508-822-1106. If you're a horror fan out there, let me know. All right, birthdays on this day. 1726. Benjamin Harrison V, born this day in 1726. Yes, Don, you're looking at me like you wanted to know. Yes, he is part of the Harrison family, so that would be
would be William Henry Henderson. No, Harrison.
Yes.
Henderson.
William Harry Henderson.
Yeah, I say that all the time.
Like great grandfather or something, or great.
No, grandfather. Was he born 17 what?
1726. So
It'd be the grandfather, I think, because the father maybe.
Or maybe.
You know what?
Maybe.
You gotta know your history.
You know what? I gotta know my history. Exactly.
And yell at you because you don't know your history, kid. Go back and know your history. I know the history encyclopedia, you might be listening, knows that answer. So anybody knows that answer, let us know.
1908, Bette Davis, American actress, of course, famous actress. Of course, there was a song written about her as well.
By who did that?
Oh boy, I'm doing great today.
I can hear the song in my head.
I can hear it too in my head, and I don't remember.
Kim Carnes.
Kim Carnes, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
That's it.
1909, Albert R. Broccoli, American film producer, co-founded Eon Productions, most famous for what, Don?
Ruining James Bond in the last movie.
Well,
It's gone.
was he?
What's up?
Was he actually involved? No.
Did Scotty beam him up off the rock before he died?
Well, he wasn't involved.
Ugh,
He's been gone for 30 years. He wasn't involved directly.
I know.
But I mean, yeah.
What's your favorite James Bond movie?
My favorite James Bond movie?
Yeah.
I really like. I gotta get the list.
You don't have it in your head? What's the matter with you?
Well,
You're not a James Bond fan.
It might be a tie.
It's
One
not
of
a
them is
tie.
Skyfall. One of them is Skyfall.
Mine is.
It might be a tie.
Mine
There
is.
might be another one in there.
Okay, if you care what mine is,
What is it?
Moonraker.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And what's about Moonraker, that singer who did the the theme and did another movie too.
Mhm.
Did two of them. What was her name? See, putting you on the spot.
I'm doing well today.
Shirley something.
Shirley Bassey.
Shirley Bassey.
There we go.
She did Diamonds Forever, I think, too, or maybe I don't know. She did one of the Sean Connery ones.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she was the only performer who did two,
Mm-hmm.
because we talked about all the Bond,
We did.
performers at the beginning. There's
Yep.
so many different, a lot of talent.
One of my favorites is Skyfall. I love the movie.
You know-
so good.
You know, my favorite song for Bond is "For Your Eyes Only" by Sheena Easton.
Sheena Easton has done a lot of great stuff. She's
Oh,
had
yeah.
a lot of great material in movies. She
And The Spy Who Loved
was
Me
part
by Carlos
of. She was part of not the first movie, but I believe the second movie of All Dogs Go to Heaven, the one with Charlie Sheen, and we've talked about this before.
Yeah.
So she was part of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's really good. She's really
So
good.
what's, and then it's like I said, no ties, but sorry, breaking my own rules. And Carly Simon,
Holly
Spy
Simon.
Love Me.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. And then Live and Let Die.
Live and
Paul
Let Die, of
McCartney.
course. Yes.
There's so much of You Do Kill by Duran Duran. There's so much.
Yeah.
If you go back, if you go listen to all the, that'd be a thing to do. Listen to all the James Bond songs from the beginning, from start to, and then Never Say Never Again with Sean Connery wasn't technically an Albert Broccoli production. It was another one, but it was technically James Bond.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Didn't
So.
stay back in that, but-
Yeah, well, Albert R. Broccoli, born on this day in 1909, Eon Productions. Born on this day in 1966, he is 60 today. Mike McCready, easily one of the best guitarists. Definitely in my top 20.
He's the best out of that whole band.
He definitely is. Out of that whole scene,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
No,
Well,
no.
close.
Lane Stanley is
No,
the
it's
best.
close.
Lane Stanley,
It's
out of
close.
all that,
Yeah.
is the best.
It is close.
You know?
It is close. I think Mike McCready is very, very good.
And I think Jerry Cantrell gives Mike McCready a good,
It's close. It's close. Those two bands, very, very close. They kind of leave Nirvana in the dust.
No, they're not even close. Alice in Chains is like the dominant band.
Oh, yeah, of course. It goes Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, and then Nirvana. I'm not hating on Nirvana. I'm really not. I still like Nirvana. It's just those three bands are ahead of them. Really. It's just the songs. Soundgarden has so many great songs. Pearl Jam has so many great songs. And Nirvana does, but the staying power of the songs.
Mad Season is a
Yeah.
band of all these different players, and Lane's in it, so it's all good.
Yeah, I love Lane Stanley. Yeah.
Well, Temple of the Dog was
Yeah,
a
that's
band
pretty-
that started it all.
It's pretty close. I think Lane Stanley, Mike McCready. Then you're talking about some other guitarists in there as well.
Yeah.
That are very close. I mean, it depends. It depends on the day. It depends on what you're looking for when
Yeah.
it comes to these four bands.
Well, there's one band that started. I think it was from the Screaming Trees started it all, but
Yes.
the Temple of the Dog.
I'm forgetting his name.
The song Hunger Strike. Everyone thinks it's a Pearl Jam song.
He just
but it's
died a
not.
couple years ago too. I'm forgetting his name. off the
Yeah.
top of my head. But yeah, the grunge scene is very, very interesting. Grunge scene is very, very interesting. I really love Mike McCready. That's why I say he's the best, because I've listened to a lot of Mike
Well,
McCready.
You should listen to the Temple of the Dog because Mike McCready's on it,
Yeah.
and everyone.
Mhm.
The singer,
And he-
the singer of Soundgarden.
Yeah.
that? You know that.
Chris Cornell.
Chris Canal. He does the whole album,
Yes.
except for
He's very
Eddie
good.
Vedder does one, and the guy from the Screaming Trees does one. That Temple. That was before all the bands, but I know Alice in Chains was around before all of them.
Yes. Even Mike McCready he kind of branches out to other stuff as well. He was on the latest Ozzy album,
Yeah.
the last one. He was on it.
Was that the same one with
Yeah,
everybody?
he was on Patient Number 9. Yeah, he was on that last one. And very
Beck.
good song called Immortal. Jeff Beck's last performance. Yeah, Jeff Beck's last performance was on an Ozzy album. Patient Number 9.
That was the name of the song.
That was the name of the song. That was the name of the album. Check that out because it's such a good song.
The
Jeff
new
Beck is awesome.
the new Rush drummer, Nika Miles, she played with Jeff Beck.
Yeah,
I mean, she's mostly a jazz drummer, but
and she's really good, by the way.
oh yeah.
She's really good,
Yeah.
by the way. There is a live performance out there with the new drummer on a CBC thing.
Yeah. it was
And that's
great.
all I'm gonna say about it. I don't want to go into it because
Yeah, well,
I don't
no.
want to be negative.
Nah, before this coffee.
I don't want to be negative.
Alright.
Just check it out. Just check it out. I've checked it out. I have my thoughts, but I don't want to be negative here. So
They're just starting. First song, just cut
Yeah.
some slack there, Tony. All right.
I'm trying. Anyway, okay. Moving on from that. But yeah, Mike McCready, he's 60 today. Just a great guitarist. In my top 20 for sure. Is that, fluid? Can that change? Yeah, of course. When I look into more material from Alice in Chains and things like that, and other grunge bands as well, maybe that does change in the future. Right now, it's Mike McCready. Nothing against these other guitarists for sure. I mean, Lane Stanley, great guitar, great singer. Jerry Cantrell is a guitarist, great guitarist, but I think it's close between Cantrell and McCready when it comes to that scene.
Okay.
But let's move on from that. All right. Passings on this day. Cozy Powell passed away on this day in 1998.
He was my favorite drummer. Still is.
Passing away on this day in 2000, Lee Petty, American race car driver, of course, part of the Petty family. And passing away on this day, we were just talking about him. Lane Stanley passed away on this day in 2002. Funny how we were talking about Lane Stanley. Yeah, but he did. He passed away on this day in 2002, April the 5th, 2002, 24 years ago today. So. That is your Today in History's birthdays and passings. When we come back from our from our news, we will do our weather. We'll be right back.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael Harris.
I mean,
It is Easter Sunday.
you know more about all of these grunge bands probably than I do
Well, you know the only reason why?
because I was born in 1999.
No. You know why I know? You know why I know?
What?
Because anytime I spend any time with Kevin, he schooled me on all that.
Yeah.
Because he loves that stuff. I mean, you
Oh,
got
yeah,
Temple
of
of
course.
Dog, you got Temple of Dog, which started everything.
Yes.
Okay, but then you had Alice in Chains in there. You had Screaming Trees, which was part of all that. Okay.
Yeah.
They did. I think Temple of Dog was. I guess.
Andrew. What's the last name? Andrew something. Mom would know. Andrew something. He was one of the singers of Temple of Dog. Andrew.
Yeah.
And now you
He was from
up.
Screaming Trees. He did one song,
Yes.
and then Eddie Vedder did one, and then Chris Cornell did the rest of the album. It was Pearl Jam with Chris Cornell,
It was.
pretty much. You know what I mean? Other than Eddie doing that one song, it was Pearl Jam. Stone was in there, McCready was in there,
Andrew Wood.
Cam was in there, Andrew Wood from Screaming Trees. Some band. Yeah.
Mother Love Bone.
Mother Love
No,
Bone,
not
that's what it
Screaming
was.
Trees.
Yeah.
The lead singer of Screaming Trees did pass away a couple of years ago. What's his name? But yeah, it's Mike McCready and Jerry Cantrell, and everyone else is playing catch up.
Well, there's not many people left
No, yeah.
from that whole scene. They're all dead.
Yeah, they're all dead.
Yeah.
Screaming Trees. Mark Langren. He's really good. Mike Langren. He was in Queens of the Stone Age, really? Must have been like the first album or something. Very early on. I didn't know that. I didn't know he was. Like they Queens of the Stone Age started in like the 90s. Like I think like the mid 90s. They've been around a while. Queens of the Stone Age. They were originally a band called name correct. Cruss, I believe the name of the band that they were before Queens of the Stone Age. They have an album under that name. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
They Queens of the Stone Age took a lot of inspiration from those bands.
Yeah.
A lot of inspiration.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Middleboro elections. There it is. Unofficial results. Oh, is it vote for two? Does that mean we have a new member? Let's see, was it vote for two? Was it vote for two or vote for three? Vote for two. Oh boy, do we have a new member? We have a new member of the select board, I think. Yeah, we do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we do.
Our friend win?
Yes, Thomas White won. Yes.
Good. Someone got booted, huh?
Someone got booted. And I'm going to say it in a second. You want to do the election results? All the names that are highlighted are the ones that got elected, right? I assume so. I'll tell you on the thing, but yeah. Okay, anyway. Play one commercial. Play 152. 320.
And freedoms. Our focus is to help veteran care facilities provide a warm meal, clothing, shelter, and guidance, or
One up
simply to
two,
say thank
so
you
that I
and
can
welcome home.
kind of
We
look
have
at
members
this.
from nearly all 50 states and living abroad. Many members continue to serve in our armed forces, with several serving in combat areas now. We sponsor and or participate in many motorcycle-related charity events each year, and as a nonprofit organization, donate to various veteran care facilities and veteran charities. To learn more about the Combat Veteran Motorcycle Association and how you can join or support, please visit cvma2-2.org.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. And good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Hometown Talk, 7:30.
No.
Hometown Talk. Middleboro review, folks. I'm sorry. Hometown Talk. Again, it's gonna happen every once in a while. Where I'm gonna say Hometown Talk
You're
or
a man of many hats.
Middleboro Matters or some other show I'm doing.
Well, you know what's about?
I'm doing 3 shows.
Well,
a
you should
week,
remember
so-
this show is because today's what, the 5th, right?
Yes.
So on the 7th of 2019, it was your first day. It was a Sunday.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
7-year anniversary will be on Tuesday.
Yeah. For
So
the show.
yeah, that's great.
I remember when Tony Lopes and Steve Callahan. Actually, Tony told you about Steve Callahan too had a lot to do with it. Were you surprised when they told you that?
Oh, we got a phone call. We'll say good morning, caller.
Joey, I think I heard an update for something that you need to hear.
Yes.
I think the fifth.
What was that, caller?
You need to see the fifth. It's April 5th and it's too late for April Fools. So not knowing what show you're doing, you just say, I plead the 5th.
Oh.
Is that Jim?
Is this Jim?
Well, I'm not Sam for this fiction, but let you know that I do listen every Sunday. And by the way, if you got any recap on the Middleboro town election results, I gather there was some pretty big upsets. A couple of school committee members out and the selectmen's race, some ball on there.
Well, I'm glad you called, Jim, because we are getting into it right now. Right this second. Actually, I was just about to say, and yeah, you're right. Select board. Mark A. Germain is out. 2 people elected. Vote for 2 in the select board race. Thomas White winning and Craig McGee winning in that race. In the gas and electric race, Ellen M. Farley winning. She was running unopposed. School committee, a 3-year term. Leah Machado winning. Sean Moakler winning. And Kirsten Nicole Phillips winning there. School committee for a 1-year term that I believe is an unexpired term. I believe that's Ezekiel Lewis's unexpired term, if I'm not mistaken. And that was won by Kimberly Ann Redlawn. Then you had Board of Assessors, Paula M. Burdick. Then you had Finance Committee, Alan Robert Kirshner, Matthew Phillips, and Nathan Demers. Planning Board, Alan Frawley won re-election. He was running unopposed. Park Commissioners, Judith Ann Bigelow Costa and Dawn Savory will continue to be Park Commissioners. And Housing Authority, Sarah K. Person winning. That looks like an upset as well. So a couple of upsets. Yeah, so you're correct. Go ahead, caller.
I don't think he's there anymore.
Right.
No.
You there?
No.
Guess not.
Call back.
Well,
It wasn't
if you're still there, call.
It wasn't the best signal anyway. I mean,
You're there, call back. But yeah, there's your election results. Yep. Yeah, he was right. A lot of upsets. Upset there in the select board. Mark Germain no longer on the select board. There's a new member there. There's some new members on the school committee, which was to be expected anyway, because there were some open seats. You had, of course, a couple of unopposed things as well, and it looks like you have a new member of the Housing Authority as well. So a lot of interesting stuff there. Don, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, that's town elections for you. I mean, that's That's Middleboro's government for you. And you said Alan Farley won't. He's in the school committee. But he ran for something else too. You said
Yeah, planning board.
planning board. So he has two roles, right? Because he's still in the okay, right? I mean, we've known Alan for a long time. I mean, you know Alan when you were helping. When you were working at MadCam, you know, helping John. What was his last name?
Healy.
Healy, yeah. You were doing the sound there.
Mhm.
When we used to sit down, that's before MadCam there was over at the bank building. They were in town hall in the basement. So you do the sound, and I want to, you know, like I said, you know, we're talking your seventh year, you know, coming up as a show. A lot of people helped you out. You know what I mean? You got everybody from MadCam, Karen, John. Yeah, I don't know, close to a year. We went every Monday night.
Yeah.
And sometimes those board selectmen meetings would get a little ruckus.
Oh, they would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in that time.
Well, in the winter months when I was working a lot of hours, I always made sure, that, you know, you get dropped. This was before you had a license. I think you were 15 or whatever. But it was cool that you saw that whole thing and you got to know pretty much. But I know Alan's been around for a long time.
Long time. Yeah. So,
and I know he ran for state rep at one point too, right?
believe so.
Yeah, you'll see him. You'll see him running again. You'll see.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Alan's
For
got,
sure.
Alan's got a good. You know, he's just good. I think, in my opinion. And,
Yes.
I think I could see him going up bigger and better things in the future. You know.
So shout out to Alan if you're listening.
Yeah.
If you're listening, give us a call, Alan. 508-822-1106.
Well, Easter morning, I mean, people are listening to the Middleboro and
Yeah.
regular routine, right?
Yeah, so there's your election results. A couple of big upsets there, it looks like. Yeah, that's a surprise for
Shake
sure.
the rafters, right?
Yeah, that's what you're gonna do. You know, if you're unhappy, you know, go to the voting box and.
Did you get a count?
Vote.
Do you have a count at all? What the
Let's
count
see.
was? 'Cause
What's the?
it's probably low. It just goes to show that
Yeah,
such
I
a
think it is low.
such a
Let me look.
small population.
But there's a lot of voters in Middleborough.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a lot of voters, but I mean, people, like I said, people vote for the president and stuff like that, but you don't get such big turnout for like a town election.
So yeah, registered voters is 20,855 registered voters. Voters altogether, that would be 2,305. So that's less than 5%, maybe 5%, maybe. I am not sure.
All right,
At
but
the
that's what
percentage.
came out yesterday.
2,305.
So you gotta realize that. I mean, if you complain about who's in, in your town government and you don't vote, and you don't vote,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't vote,
Okay, Don, we get it.
such a small population of is determining what your governance is.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I mean, Saturdays, I don't know. People are used to. I don't know why they have them on Saturdays. People are used to doing it on Tuesdays.
Tuesdays, I think, should be the plan, but I think the thing is school. That's probably why. I think some of the voting happens in schools, and that's why that's the
But
case.
no one gets out. I mean, you're talking over 20,000 registered
Sure.
voters, and only
Yeah.
2,300 showed up.
Sure, and then another thing is if you do hold on Tuesdays, a lot of people work. So
No, that's no excuse. We've been.
I mean, yeah,
voting
sure,
on
it is. It
Tuesdays
is no excuse. Yes,
since
it is.
Lincoln.
It is no excuse. You got to look at
But
it.
look
like,
at the turnout, 2,300. That's pathetic
it is.
compared to these people.
Oh, it's been worse. It's been worse in other towns.
People are gonna be running your local government.
It's worse in other towns.
Oh, I bet.
Lakeville, for example, I think 2021 had a voting turnout of like 2%. So, I mean, it's been worse in other towns. So, I mean, 2,300.
So, in the
Horrible, but-
words of the great Gil Scott Heron, 26% is not a mandate.
5% is not a mandate. Exactly.
Well, think
Yeah.
about it.
It's not.
But if you don't get out and vote, think about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're talking
You have to-
zoning, you're talking planning, you're talking select board, you're talking school committee, you're talking every facet that runs your life if you live in a certain town.
And the people that did go out and vote, you voted, and there are some changes now. So we'll see what happens going forward here as we head into 2020, as we head into the rest of 2026. And town meeting season, which is next month. So we'll see what happens there. A lot of big changes, a lot of big things going on in Middleboro. I think that's kind of what maybe separated the changes there that happened.
Well, if you don't vote, do you have a reason to complain if you don't vote?
No, and
Or is it vice versa, as the great George Carlin would say? You voted.
no,
Vote, you know?
no.
She complained,
Let's take a phone call and say good morning, caller.
Hey, Joe, just real quick, there's like a dead spot right when I drive by Hong Kong City.
Yep.
I got shut up, but just want to say very quickly about not voting. There are plenty of towns who on Tuesday, they get the same pathetic turnout on Saturday, and so that's not the reason people don't vote. And I myself spent about 4 or 5 hours yesterday going door to door, and I actually was at the poll over in Middleboro for my nephew who was on the committee. But the biggest reason, the most common reason that I've heard in the 50 plus years I've been knocking on doors for why people don't vote is that they said they don't feel they know enough about the issues, the offices, or the candidates. And when you think about it, we're getting bombed 24 hours a day on cable about Trump and Iran and inflation. For a while it was COVID. And you hear almost nothing except national issues on the big media. And the local media doesn't have the resources really to donate or to focus on a lot of these local things. So people seem to feel that if they don't know who's running or what the issues are, they shouldn't vote. And I got to tell you, I don't blame them for that. I don't lecture people about not voting. That's just them off, you know.
Yeah. Dropped out there.
All right.
But yeah, that's basically that's a big and good reason why. Just not enough information going out there about local issues with the local media, the local news media. It's just not happening.
Well, the station's over the years always been good about getting
I'm
the word out.
not talking about this station.
Right.
This station's great. With I'm talking about news. I'm talking about your television stations. A lot of them, I turn it on and you're talking about maybe you got a couple of minutes about Boston, things like that, and then a lot of it's about Trump. A lot of it's about other issues, foreign issues that are going on.
Yeah.
Not in the United States.
Right.
And it's difficult, to get that information out there.
So we work with less.
Exactly.
Think about it, because it's such a small amount of people. And
Exactly.
like Jim has a good point. If you don't know the issues, why
Yeah, why go vote?
Right.
If you don't know enough about the issues, if you don't know enough about the candidates, why vote?
Right.
So I understand that. I understand that.
Well, for somebody who's been in that scene for such a long time, he's probably right.
I understand.
I
understand.
But it's like even town elections. I mean, oddball out. That's why you don't see as many people voting on the midterms compared to a presidential election.
No. All right. Let's move on here. A couple minutes left of the program. I want to talk about the weather here, just before we forget to do the weather, because there has been shows, I think lately, where I've forgotten to do the weather segment, and people like to hear the weather, so let's do it.
I gotta do a report on Amtrak Auto Train.
One second here. 47 degrees in Taunton, 60 degrees for the high, 39 for the low. Haze in Taunton. Haze.
Richie Hayes.
No, just haze.
Oh.
You'll see that all morning.
Isaac Hayes, the Duke of New York.
A little bit windy. When's this wind gonna end? Like, high of 60 today with a low of 39. Monday, clear skies, high of 50, low of 37. In Middleboro, 47 degrees right now, 60 for the high, 40 for the low. Tomorrow, clear skies, high of 51, low of 37. In Driscoll, Texas, 62 degrees, rain, high of 66, low of 59. Wind right now makes it feel like 55. 74 tomorrow with a low of 56 and rain continuing. Driscoll, North Dakota, 24 degrees, low of 6, feels like 16, low of 22. The low's going to stay in the 20s for most of the beginning of the week. High of just 32 tomorrow, and it's April 6th. Boy, the weather is very interesting, I'll tell you. The weather has been interesting in St. Paul this week. We'll get to that in a second because that ties into our sports. 68 degrees in Holiday, Florida. High of 83, low of 67 right now. Clear skies. So there you go. There's your weather. Don, 2 minutes about the auto train. Go.
Auto train. We took it. My brother and I took it last Saturday. Leaves Sanford, Florida around 4 o'clock and gets to Lawton, Virginia around 8 in the morning. Lawton, Virginia is a little south of DC, and Sanford is a little north of Orlando. I don't know. I have mixed messages about it. I did like watching all the people have fun. It seemed like a big tradition for a lot of people. There's a lot of people like the idea. I like the idea about 330 vehicles not running that stretch of 95. But most of the people are elderly. And I don't know. It's just, I think Amtrak is cheesy. It's, they got to take a lesson from Brightline of being a little bit more, I don't know, professional. I'm not saying that people weren't professional and they got to say or whatnot, but it's like the food is terrible. If you're in coach, there was 4 coach trains, and we couldn't go get to the diamond car. Only the people in the sleepers. And the sleepers are like extra $1,000. So they clean up on the sleepers. So, all right, sleeping in coach is no bargain. You get no sleep. And then you're tired. And then we had to do the DC to Boston stretch Sunday on 95. You don't sleep. I mean, I don't know. Some people can. You're talking about, you're talking about 100 people snoring all at the same time. It's whatever. The way the train cars are set up is you have to go down a set of stairs to use the bathroom. And a lot of the people are elderly and they can't really deal with the stairs. There are some seating down for people, but I just think I was like 80% elderly, older people coming back from Florida. They shouldn't have to deal with stairs, especially tight, more like spiral stair in a way. I could see an accident happening. I don't know. I didn't think it was that great.
I do want to point this out. There are some train companies that are kind of experimenting with elevators in trains. I don't know how that will work out in the end, how that will affect trains in the future, but that is happening. Elevators in trains. So we'll see what happens with that. I did hear about that recently.
I think the whole sleeper thing, I don't know. I think it's an absolute ripoff what they charge.
Yeah.
It was like an extra $1,000 just to get a couple bunk beds and a free dinner. And it shaves off like 830 miles of traveling. But I don't know. It's just the food is and expensive too.
Yeah.
I mean, they charge you like $8 for a hot dog.
Mm.
And it's, I mean, the hot
dog is great.
Yeah, but the hamburgers are terrible.
Yeah.
It tastes like elbow. It is terrible. It's not a premium product. For what they're charging premium prices, and we're not getting a premium product.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I guess it's good for people who are afraid to drive, don't want to, but it's not a value it's easy just to drive.
All right, well, we'll have more on this in the future, but rapid fire, here we go. Rapid fire sports, 2 minutes here, just about left of the program. National championship for the men has been confirmed and set. It will be UConn taking on Michigan.
I thought UConn lost.
On the women's side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so no furniture, no free furniture for everybody.
What's the free furniture thing? What's that all about?
I don't know exactly. It's something that
Well, they gave you a card for Kia or
was
something like that. Did they have at it?
Was it Jordan's that's doing this?
Oh, Jordan's. That sounds
Jordan's
like
furniture?
it sounds like. Oh, I see. They do it.
They do it all the time.
They do it for the Red Sox. Oh,
They do it a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, so obviously it didn't happen. UConn men and just the men made the national championship, not the women. But yeah, UConn and Michigan will face off on Monday, 8:50 p.m. on TBS and True TV.
Who are you rooting for?
Obviously
Michigan.
Obviously UConn.
Michigan.
No, obviously UConn.
I don't want to see UConn win again.
I
really don't. They win too much.
I don't want to see them win.
I'm rooting for Michigan.
On the women's side, the national championship will be Sunday, April 5th. South Carolina will take on UCLA, 3:30 p.m. on ABC.
Who do you want to win that one?
South Carolina.
Me too.
Now we have Red Sox on today. The Red Sox will take on the Padres at Fenway. That game gets underway at 1:35 p.m. And for the MILB, Worcester will be in St. Paul for a doubleheader on Easter. St. Paul, very cold in St. Paul. Snow, rain, all week in St. Paul. Like 35 degrees every day in St. Paul. But yeah, doubleheader, 1:37 p.m. for the first game, and 30 minutes after the first game concludes for the second game. For Double-A, we have Portland taking on Somerset in Somerset, New Jersey at 1:05 p.m. Eastern. And for the High A and Single A, a game to check out because Greenville is not in action today. Hudson Valley versus Brooklyn in Brooklyn. Take a look at that game because that might be a pretty good one. As well. And then Single A, the Salem Red Jacks are not in action, but a game to maybe check out will be the Wilson Warbirds and Fayetteville. The Wilson Warbirds will be Salem's next opponent. That will be Tuesday. So stay tuned for that. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have a great Easter. And I'll be back on the air tomorrow morning. Bye-bye, everybody.
Hey, what's Planet Petroleum?
1530, WVBR, Middleboro, Taunton, and W259DD, Middleboro Center, 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael Herring. It is Easter Sunday, and most of the world's 2 billion plus Christians are celebrating the resurrection. Many churches get things started with a sunrise service. Pastors say Easter is the holiday